The second example that I want to look at is another using your research type question. So using your research of businesses in your area, recommend methods of promotion other than the website which the firework company could use in order to attract customers to its tailor-made private and corporate events. Justify your recommendation. Now this question is worth 10 marks, so you need to structure it in a particular way. First of all, I've listed a couple of methods. If it says methods of promotion, you must have more than one. So the firework company could send out mail shots to companies, and they could put adverts in specific magazines, for example wedding and bridal magazines. Now this should immediately give you a level 2 because you've chosen methods of promotion which are relevant to the tailor-made and corporate events. If you just put in something like TV advertising, you would get a level 1 basic mark, but you wouldn't get level 2 because it wouldn't be appropriate to this particular company and to their tailor-made and corporate events. Now I've used that introduction again, so it's making it absolutely clear that you have done some research. From my research, I have found out that other companies buy a database of company email addresses so that they can send out mail shots of their products. Then I'm talking about what is good and what is not so good, so I'm then going through and analysing. This is a fairly cheap way of getting information about their tailor-made products to a wide range of companies, and they could put on a link to a video showing their display, which means potential customers might be more likely to book. However, emails often get ignored, so it may not get many customers. That should give you a level 3 answer because you've used information from the database, from the company rather, and also you've talked about the advantages and disadvantages. The second point, I've also found out that a local company puts adverts in bridal magazines to promote its wedding displays. So again, I'm putting in an introduction to the sentence which clearly points out that I've done some research. Again, looking at analysis, this is useful because it advertises the products directly to the target audience who are more likely to order their products, so it's cost effective. However, it can be expensive if it's a well-known magazine, and there might be adverts for many other firework companies for customers to choose from. Again, because I'm giving 2 sides, that should be a level 3 answer. The final section is this relating to justify your recommendation. So of the 2 methods that you've suggested, you must then go through and say which you think is the best and why on balance. I think that the company should promote its products through specialist magazines. That's my decision. Now I'm going to say why. Because this way they know that the customers are likely to be interested in their displays, whereas an email will probably be ignored by most companies unless they happen to be looking for a display at that time, which means it could be a waste of money buying the database. Now you could expand on that if you have enough time, but basically you need to make sure that you have actually given a decision and explained why. And I'll just move down so that you can see exactly what the mark scheme says. In order to get the top level of marks, you must have an evaluation of at least 2 promotional methods which are suitable, and you need to use examples from research. You could get a maximum of 8 marks if you managed to do a very good answer, but you didn't say anything about the local area. But given that you know so much about the Skyburst company, it would be a shame if you didn't actually manage to put something in about it at that point. If you've made sure for level 3 that you've got 2 suitable methods of promotion, and you've used some examples, you can get up to 7 marks. That would mean that you'd forgotten to put the evaluation on the end. However, if you don't put anything to the local area, you're only going to get 5 marks for that. And then as we talked about here, application, you should be able to get level 2 if you've actually just talked about 2 suitable methods, and level 1 if you just talk about, so you're obvious that you know what methods of promotion are, but they're not suitable. So the main thing is to make sure that you read carefully what the question is asking you. Let's go back up to the question, because it's making sure that you structure it in the correct way. So if you see the words used in your research of businesses, you need to be talking about some information that you've got from Skyburst. There's a separate sheet which gives you a summary, and you should have all of the case study. And then make sure that you read what it is you have to do. If it says methods or types. You need to have more than one, and you mustn't forget it says justify your recommendation. You have to make a decision of which of the two you would choose and why.